See, I did the video. I did this video earlier, but I was having some technical difficulties. Since I got back from Vegas, I'm having some stomach issues, but also technical difficulties. For some reason, my setup is not running fast enough. However, we got a new setup coming that's going to be much more efficient. But let me play this in the background, and basically we're going to talk about the tournament, the World Boxing Super Series. This was from today. This is Colin Smith, one of the Smith brothers. You know, there's Liam, Stephen, Paul. Paul's the more seasoned, older one. Pretty much, you know, I guess you could say he's like, you know, like close to retirement. Colin is supposed to be like the, you know, like the best one. But tonight we saw him struggle. There's even a lot of people on social media I've noticed that are saying that they felt that he was losing the fight or that he lost the fight. Now, I'm going to go ahead and watch the fight again because I came in late. I missed the first 2 rounds. I do know that Colin Smith was having some issues with the jab, all right? He did get a knockdown in an 11th round that I felt that he needed. But there's a lot of people that are now saying that they don't feel that he could beat a George Groves or he could beat a Chris Eubank Jr. So let's go look at the tournament and let's talk about it a little bit. For those who don't know, it is a tournament with $25 million in 2 divisions or $50 million spread across 2 divisions. I'm sorry for the lag. I'm fixing it. You have the cruiserweight division with the favorite to win is going to be either Usyk, Usyk or Murat Gassiev. That's the favorite to win the cruiserweight. The favorite to win the 168 tournament has been Colin Smith. But if you look, he's getting somewhat of a easier road than Chris Eubank and George Groves, because here's the way the brackets are set up. Now, here you have these fights which are happening in, you know, October the 14th, this one, October the 7th, September the 16th, which was today, and Bremer Brandt doesn't have a date yet. The winner of Smith Skoglund fought the fights, the winner of Bremer and Brandt. So Smith won. He advances to the semifinals. The semifinals, from my understanding, take place in January, February, or is it February, March? I can look it up easily right now, but I don't want this to lag out because I don't know what's going on. But the finals take place in May of 2018. So you have basically these 3 rounds in a short period of time, and this is $25 million. So what I was saying earlier in my earlier video, I would love to know basically how the money was distributed, you know, through the first round, because if it's $25 million, the winner of this is going to make at least, you would say, somewhere like $10 million, maybe, right? So if you're in the United States, you can watch the fight free on the World Boxing Super Series website, www.worldboxingsuperseries.com, every fight. If you're over in the UK or whatever, I think it's on ITV. You don't get it for free. But I'm blessed that they're giving it to us for free. However, they have had some hiccups, and I'm sure they're going to get it right. The first one was Usyk versus Hook, where basically it went out after the 5th round. The stream did. It died. This week, there was no commentary. Still, I didn't really care about the commentary, but for the casual fans, they may want that commentary. So you got to think the next fight has to be better, which is going to be Unir Dorticos versus, I forgot the guy's name. Hold on. Let me turn that off. So, in a perfect world for this 168-pound division, you would see George Groves and Chris Eubank fighting each other in that second round, either May, January, February, or February, March. I forgot the exact date. And then in the finals, you would see either Chris Eubank Jr. or George Groves versus Colin Smith. So technically, in the second round, if it happens, we should be seeing the best fight of the series or of the 168-pound division with George versus Eubank Jr. Because right now, I got to do a little bit more research on Brandt. There's footage out there, but not necessarily enough. And Jürgen Bremer, I've seen him fight several times. So I want to see how Colin Smith matches up against these guys. So if you guys don't know, he's 23-0 with 17 KOs. And outside of, Rocky Felding, which was a big He fought Christopher Rabras. He fought Christopher Rabras after George Groves fought him. It was like, okay, well, if George Groves had issues with him later on in that fight when Groves slowed down, then we're going to put you against him earlier in your career than when Groves fought him. And then when he fought Rocky Felding, that was like, a big international clash or domestic clash over there for both undefeated fighters to see who will go to that world level. And since then, he's been trying to get in the ring with Anthony Durrell and positioning himself for either that 175-pound or what we see now, that WBC 168-pound champion, which even though he's in the tournament, he's the WBC Diamond champion. Now, depending on how you look at Luke Blackledge, just like, but in my opinion, his biggest fight was Rocky Felding. Now, will his next fight, Jürgen Brähmer, Rob Brandt, be his biggest fight, bigger than Eric Skoglund? Now, I think that if he fights, if Brähmer wins, then that'll be the biggest fight. That will trump Eric Skoglund and Rocky Felding. So he's in a tournament where not only he's going to make a lot of money if he gets to the final and if he wins, but each of his opponents are going to be better than they were in the last, in my personal opinion. But I'm TstreeT Controversy. I got to get to the Billy Joe Saunders fight.